Hello, 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 and welcome. In today's interview, I'm going to be talking about how to win the dating game as a woman with none other than the amazing dating and relationship fixer that is Stacey J. Johnson of staceyjjohnson.com. And just in case you don't know who I am, let me just introduce myself. So, I'm Nina Dafe, and I am the founder and the editor of the Far Above Rubies Collection.com, where I inspire Christian women just like your amazing self to basically know their worth, their power, and their purpose so that they can speak up, step out, and shine as women of God. And if that is something that sounds right up your street, then I strongly suggest hitting the subscribe button right now. Now, by the end of this interview, you are going to know how women can feel more empowered during the dating process. You're also going to know some of the key reasons why women should date multiple men without intimacy in order to find the one. And you will also know how women can develop boundaries and self love during the dating process and much more. I tell you, Stacey is full of wisdom, okay? So you definitely want to stay tuned. But before we jump into all of those nuggets, what I'm going to do is introduce Stacey formally and then we'll jump right into the interview, okay? So, Stacey J. Johnson is a smart, sassy, and unapologetically candid dating and relationship expert. Her advice has been sought after by national print, radio, online, and television outlets including Essence, Good Day DC, NBC, CBS, Black Enterprise, Vibe, News One with Roland Martin, Fox, BET Networks, and Good Morning Washington. She is the founder of the Single Girls Club Conference and the 1 Million Single Women Empowerment Movement. She is an Amazon #1 best-selling author for her self-published book, Date Girl: 143 Reasons Why I Believe Women Should Date Multiple Men. Stacey also inspires badass single women who are successful in every other area of their life outside of love on how to create power over their dating lives and attract the love they desire and deserve. She's a seasoned public speaker with experience leading talks across the country, and she has led discussions and hosted lifestyle events for notable companies including Macy's, Starbucks, and the online dating company Match-owned Black People Meet, which she is the go-to dating and relationship spokesperson for. She communicates her message on a daily basis through her single girl morning motivations and her blog advice, Ask Stacey J, to 42k plus social media followers and 5,000 email subscribers. Stacey just most recently announced her new podcast, Stacey J Sounding Off, featuring some of the most leading love thinkers, which is now available for downloads on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and TuneIn. And Stacey is also a proud honours graduate of Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. And you can check her out some more at justdategirl.com. So, without any further ado, we're going to jump straight into the interview. Enjoy! Hey, Stacey, how are you?
Hi, Nina. Yay! I'm so excited to join you today.
I'm excited to have you here. Thank you once again. And as you know, I've already introduced you to our lovely listeners, but just in your own words, could you just let people know how, who you are and also what it is that you do for those who don't know?
Absolutely. My name is Stacey J. Johnson, and I travel the country speaking to single women everywhere. I mean, I go from New York to LA to DC to Chicago to Atlanta, everywhere.
Amazing.
And I speak to single women, and my goal is to empower them so that they can know that they are perfect and wonderfully made to attract the love they want and desire and deserve,
Absolutely.
actually.
Yes.
Sometimes as a single woman, you think you have to be someone else to attract someone.
Yeah.
There are some things that you have to do. We have to get the necessary tools
Mm-hmm.
to not only attract someone, but know how to keep a mate. But
Yes.
as far as who you are at your core, ladies, you are absolutely perfect. And there is someone out there, I believe, that God made for every one of us.
Absolutely. I love it. You're preaching already. It's great. It's great. That is brilliant. So I know you have a book, Date Girl, 143 Reasons Why You Believe That Women Should Date Multiple Men. Now, can you tell me about your journey? You know, what led you to write this book? And I guess also, how's your faith kind of played into your journey, you know, so far as well?
Absolutely. Well, I can tell you the book, ladies, let me say this, with no intimacy. So that is dating with no intimacy. You're dating these multiple men, but you're holding everything back until this person shows themselves deserving of you. I always like to, when anyone mentions the title of the book, to make sure
that's clear.
I make sure what my premise of the book is, so that there aren't any,
that makes sense.
People thinking that it's something else. But it's interesting. My journey to my book was all spiritual. My mother was married 5 times. And my mother passed away in 2005. And before she passed away, she told me that one of the things she wanted to do more than anything was show my sister and I that love works.
Right.
And when my mom passed away, that stuck in my head, like love working. What did she mean?
Right.
And after all of these years of seeing her always get married, I mean, if you dated my mother, she's gonna marry. Like, she is not. I never saw her date anyone really that she didn't marry. But anyway, so long story short, I'm serious. She was the marrying type. So long story short, when my mother passed, that resonated with me. So what I started to do was, of course, my mother was my best friend. So I went in and I would have these conversations with myself, Nina. I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? You know, like, what was she saying?
Right.
And then I put together, what I decided to do was I said, okay, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Okay, because if she was trying to show me that love works, what am I doing? And then what is it about love that she didn't connect to? Because none of those relationships worked, and some of the relationships had domestic violence included.
Okay.
Just all of these things that I know my mother would not have wanted love to incorporate.
Yeah.
So what I decided to do was look at both relationships, my mom's relationships and my relationships.
Right.
And what I came up with is, well, I was always proud that I had not dated and gotten married like my mom that many times.
Right.
But girl, I might as well have.
Okay.
Because I was a serial monogamist. I would meet someone and I would go out with them 5 or 6 times.
Sure.
Find out just enough to go, okay, he's a nice guy. I'm a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think that's something a lot of women do.
Yeah. And then I would be in these relationships for like 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. What is that? 4, 7, 8, 9. That's already 9 years, and that's
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I realized was, wow, I wasn't giving myself the time to get to know someone before I gave them my whole entire self.
Right.
So what I decided to do was just date. Just date.
Right.
Just date. Just, why are you even thinking about committing to someone?
Right.
You don't even really know outside of the surface stuff.
Yes.
You don't really know who they are.
Yeah.
And it just really resonated with me because I'm a pretty smart girl. You know, and for me not to have known that.
Yeah.
That's just like, why am I doing that? So I just started dating. And I started having so much fun. I started getting to know people. Some guys I would end up dating, monogamous. And then others, it would just, we would have a great time. I stopped living in the result of the date. I stopped sitting and dissecting everything about it and all of that. And then I started asking myself how I felt on the date. A lot of times I think that when we're dating, we're so excited.
And grateful.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on, let's be honest. How many women are just, oh, I'm just so happy to be on this date. I feel desired. I feel validated. Yay, you know?
Hey. But you know what I started doing, Nina?
Yeah.
I started asking myself how I felt on the date.
Right.
How this person made me feel.
Mm.
Was I happy?
Mm-hmm.
Did they bring out great energy in me?
Yeah.
Instead of being concerned with how they felt about me,
sure.
I became the person, which make me feel better about myself.
I love that.
I'm checking you out. I want to see if, you're a nice guy.
Yes.
So, and I started to being more of myself. The more empowered I got, I started being more of myself. And oh my gosh, now I can tell you I'm more self-discovered from multiple dating. I don't settle. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Never
Mm-hmm.
settle.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel more empowered.
Yes.
And I can tell you that it actually allowed me the space to relate better to life.
Yes.
Because I realized when I was in those bad relationships that if something happened at home, I would be mad the rest of the day.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
I do.
I would take it to work with me, or I would take it wherever with me, when really it didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's my journey with multiple men. And I honestly, I tell women always make these jokes about, well, oh my God, Stacey, how am I going to remember their names? It's so overwhelming. And, girl, I said, look, how many girlfriends you got?
Right.
And they said 3 or 4. I said, tell me their names.
Right.
Just say Nina, Stacey, Jessica. And guess what? Do you ever forget Nina, Stacey, and Beth's name?
No.
Right?
Right.
So what makes you think that you're going to forget a guy's name?
Exactly. And to be honest, if you do forget his name, that just shows you that he's not really playing a very good part in your life, right? And that you need to move on.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Do you know what I love as well about what you said is I think especially within Christian circles, I feel like there's this big idea that a man is supposed to be the one who chooses a woman or chooses his wife. And I think that's also a big part of the reason why I use the word grateful. I feel like a lot of women almost leave themselves at the mercy of men and act as if they actually have no choice or control in the whole dating process. So I love the fact that actually with your method, it turns that on its head and women are immediately more empowered, you know?
My gosh. Yes, and it allows you the opportunity to set boundaries.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we're allowing the guys to set the boundaries.
Right.
But no, you have the wherewithal because you feel more empowered to set the boundaries, and you're not waiting on anyone to call.
That makes so much sense.
You see what I'm saying? You're out having a great time.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I think, you mentioned quite a few things there. You talked about the empowerment. You talked about, how much exposure to life and the people that you were meeting and the growth through dating. You've got 143 reasons why women should be dating multiple men. What would you say are the key ones or the key takeaways that women should really think about?
Ooh, there's so many. I would say, gosh, because I break it up into chapters. So there's you become more self-discovered. And then I break it up into the chapter of you relate better. But I would just give you a couple of key ones that I like to talk about from those chapters.
Yeah.
One of the chapters talks about why is it that when one of the reasons is, okay, so everything in life, if we go shopping for a house, what are we doing? Are we looking at one house?
Right. We look at multiple. We want options. Exactly.
Just think, if you were going and you were shopping for a purple pair of shoes, would you go to the first store and go, girl, that's the purple pair, and they had one pair, one color in your size? Would you go, I like that one, but I don't know if I want suede. I think I want leather with that outfit.
Right,
I don't know if
right.
I want a round toe, but I think I might want a pointy toe just because of how the pantsuit is cut.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
But when we are dating,
Yeah.
we meet a guy
Mm-hmm.
and we don't even give ourselves the respect enough to treat ourselves better than we would treat buying a car.
Wow.
I didn't even mention the car. We
Yeah.
know when we're shopping for cars, we shop
Yeah.
around to see the blue book value. What is the price? How many accidents has it been in? Has it been in any accidents? How
Right.
many miles does it have?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
How many gallons does it get for gas per mile? But we disrespect ourselves so much to where we go, well, you know, the thing that's closest to me, which is love and companionship and things like that, I'm just going to kind of take what shows up.
Right.
And just be grateful.
Wow.
I'm just going to, like, you know, that's how I feel about myself. Although I shopped, when I bought this house, I looked at 3 or 4 houses, and even my car, I looked at more than one car. I compared, and you know, I took my girlfriends to see which one I should get, and then I looked to see how it made me feel, and I sat in to see if I felt comfortable. But a man, I'm just gonna take what shows up.
Wow.
Like, not really have any questions, just hope that he likes me.
Right. And I'll just go along with that.
You know, and pray that he likes me. So that's one of the reasons we shop around for everything else, but we just kind of give ourselves away.
Yeah.
You know, another one is why in the banking system, right? Oh no, let's do this one. Men love competition.
Right.
Right?
Right.
The NFL owns, what is it, 2 or 3 days a week sometimes? Especially during this season.
Yeah.
Right? Men like to play football, even if it's tag football. They like to win. Men they're made to go after something and look and figure out how they're gonna get it. You know, if they really want it. So one of, and I'm paraphrasing this, is if men love competition, then why do we just give it all away?
Right.
Because you're always available, because you have no life.
Right.
You're not even being interesting enough to yourself in life to create experiences for yourself to enrich your life, to make you more exposed, so that then even when you do meet someone, and since everyone is thinking about this 15-1 and there's not enough men in the world, wouldn't it be wonderful if you met someone and because you were so self-discovered as a single girl, you see what I'm saying? You knew things that you loved and enjoyed that were outside of the box because they were what you loved and enjoyed. Don't you think it would be amazing if you sat across from the table and say, for instance, it was, I don't know, maybe you made clay pot, you know, the pottery.
Yeah.
And this was one of the things that you enjoyed. And you said, you know what, let's go on a date to my
pottery class. Yeah.
Don't you think that now, because you are so aware of who you are, you're not just waiting on anyone to call you, you're so aware of what you like. Don't you think that when you told this man this, he would be like, well, he'd probably thinking, well, I've been out on a couple of dates this week, but nobody has said that.
Yes.
So you even become more interesting. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
When you allow it to be a competition, when you allow them to discover new things about you. If you're just talking about the movie, dinner, you know, what is that?
Yeah, because you could just be anyone else. They can have the same conversation with someone else.
Right. They want to be in competition with you. They want to feel like you're a mystery to them. They don't want you to give it all away so easily. They want to work for it. There's a bad rumor that men don't want to work for you. Oh my God. Can I tell you something? They do.
I love that. A bad rumor.
They really, I mean, we as single women have fallen for such a propaganda
Yeah,
that it is incredible, and it just is passed down from generation after
I
generation
agree. I
after
agree.
generation, and
Yeah.
we've been accepted when we are the people right now who have the opportunity to make the
Mm,
right choice, to make
mm,
sure we have the tools in place in our lives that are necessary
mm-hmm.
to not just attract healthy romantic love, but to keep healthy romantic
Yes.
love. We can all have love,
Yeah.
we can all have romantic love, but
Mm-hmm.
we want to make sure we have the tools to
Mm-hmm.
create and keep healthy romantic love,
Mm.
and to know what that looks like, and
Yeah.
to know what loving us, how can someone else come in our lives and love us if we
Mm.
really don't know what loving us is?
Is and what we value and what we perceive as love and all those sorts of things.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
if we don't love ourselves, like
Mm.
if I don't love myself and I don't
Mm.
know, but I want someone else to come in and love me,
Mm.
how do I know what love feels like, really?
Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can't. I can only know what the media tells me, TV,
Right.
movies
Right.
tell me, my
Right.
mom tell me.
Yeah.
That's how we come up with
Our
how love
ideas.
feels, our
Mm.
own idea. But those
Mm.
aren't our ideas.
Mm.
I say fall in love with yourself while you're dating these multiple people. You
Right.
know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are
So
just a couple.
it almost sounds like as much as you're dating all of these people, I guess you're constantly evaluating. You're also kind of dating yourself as well, because not using, but you get what I mean. You're almost using this as a platform to explore. Yes, there's another person who's there, but they're almost adding to the experience and enriching the experience. Really and
Exactly.
truly, you're talking about evaluating and thinking about how this uplifts you.
Exactly. Exactly. Initially dating, it might look like it's about quantity.
Right.
Because the more people you date, the more things you learn about yourself. Because how are you, as far as dating, how are you going to learn something about yourself if you're not out on a date?
Right.
But what you're going to do is you're going to get all of who you are on a date from all of the
Yes.
relationships that didn't work.
Yes. That
But
makes
really,
sense.
you're much more than that.
Mm.
Absolutely.
And how would you say that a woman should, you talked about loving yourself first. What are some of the things that you kind of recommend in order to do that, you know?
Well, one of the things I always tell women is, why is it that when we get up and leave the house, it's always usually outside of work or church, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We got to be going somewhere to meet somebody.
Yeah.
We got to be on a date, or we have to be hanging out with our girlfriends, or we have to, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when men go out, men just enjoy themselves. So I always go back to really find things that you enjoy. Right. Because that will make you fall more in love with yourself, being alone with yourself, and all of what that means.
Yeah.
Also, I would say to women, we always feel like we need to change something about ourselves, whether it's our weight, our hair, our this or that, for someone else. Right. It's okay to want to change yourself. It's okay to want to improve yourself, who you are, even your intellectually, what you read, and how you look. That's okay if you're doing it for yourself. So I always tell women to really, when they're dating, make sure they are okay with what they're giving to the world from themselves. Make sure they're okay with all of that. Right. And if you're not, then you have to find a way to change it. You have to be, you know what I'm saying? You have to stand up and say, you know what? I'm going to change this about me. I want to make this change. And just, God, I tell women so much. You know what else? I always find that when what was that? I always find that we don't, how can I put this? I want to make sure I say this correctly.
Right.
We are not yoking ourselves equally with people who, you can't put a square in a circle.
Yes.
So we're moving around trying to make our circle fit their square.
Yes.
We make a lot of adjustments.
Yes.
All of this, when really, if you're meeting someone and you're dating, circles and circles go together. Squares and circles don't go together.
Right.
So I always tell women to find a way to be okay with, oh, he's a square.
Right.
It has nothing to do with anything else, but he's a square.
Yeah.
Don't go home and think it was something wrong with you, or God,
right.
third date this week, or just don't be in the emotional drama of it. Say, oh wow, he was a square, I'm a circle.
Right.
And feel good with your circle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
there is someone that will feel that circle is perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other guy might have complained about certain things about that circle.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a guy that he will go, oh my God, I love that about you.
Yeah.
That's your circle. Mm-hmm. And then you don't know that though, because you commit to one guy.
Right.
And you're trying to fit and it's the guy that's the square.
Yeah.
But what if you were dating multiple guys and then you had a guy that was a square and a guy that was a circle? Instead of this, you going home thinking, man, I need to really figure out a way I can become this square.
Mm-hmm.
But you have this circle guy over here and he's like, oh, I love everything about you. Now, wouldn't you go home feeling much better? Like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I always tell women, don't try to make it work. It doesn't, you don't have to make it work. Dating, you're dating and just dating, meaning there's no commitment or anything.
No pressure.
Having the time of your life. It should be easy. You should not be doing anything that you don't want to do. It's as simple as, I don't want to do that. I have a client who said that she's online dating and one of the guys wanted her to FaceTime.
Right.
And she was like, oh God, Stacey, I hate dating because I feel like I have to do these things I don't want to do.
Yeah.
I was like, what is it? She was like, well, I mean, I had to make myself available to FaceTime with him.
Mm.
And I said, why did you have to make yourself available to FaceTime with him? She said, because, I mean, I'm being effective with my dating. I'm making the choice.
Yeah.
Sure, I open the door.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Yeah. And I said, that's not, who told you that? She said, well, I thought if they wanted to do it. I said, no. If you don't want to FaceTime with him, say, you know what? I'm not ready to FaceTime yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if he isn't okay with that, okay.
I think this all also has so much with not just this whole grateful feeling and all the stuff we've already spoken about, but the fact that actually a lot of women are not used to using their voice. A lot of women are used to, not just even in dating, at work, even sometimes in their friendships within families, because we're usually, I guess, the nurturers and things, we tend to place other people above ourselves. So using our voice in that way, I think, can be new to a lot of women. Yeah.
Just, I don't want to do that. And don't say it. And always know that I always tell women, when you're talking to a man and you're delivering difficult information, think of your most beautiful flower in mid-bloom and see how that affects you and maybe calms you and makes you think of something beautiful so that you can deliver it with the correct, respectable tone. Right. And not, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wow, I love that you want to do that, but I don't think I want to do that right.
Absolutely.
Now, a real man will go, oh, wow. She said no.
Right.
I'm intrigued by it. Will say yes.
Yes.
Why and so I told her, I said, don't FaceTime with him.
Right.
I said, because there will be a man one day, and it could be him later, that you are so excited because you feel safe, enough.
Yes.
Because we're on the journey of setting our boundaries.
Right.
That you're going to be like, I'm ready to FaceTime. But when you're not ready, just say it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense. Now, I know that, you're on a really tight schedule and everything like that. So just before we end, I usually just do some quick fire questions.
Mhm.
So I guess the first one I would really love to know is, do you have a favorite woman of the Bible? And if so, who would you say that is?
What about Esther?
Okay.
She was brave, she was courageous, and she was um she was the person that she said, I gotta save my people, and she used her influence
Mm,
to do that,
right.
to bring people to God. So
Absolutely. And another one is, if you had to finish this sentence, how would you finish it? So, I am a Christian woman who is.
oh, I am a Christian woman who is not concerned with what you believe a Christian woman is. I'm only concerned with what God believes a Christian woman.
Absolutely. Amen. And I am a Christian woman who is not. So, the other way around.
Okay. Um, I am a Christian woman who is not going to. Hmm. I am a Christian woman who is not going to settle for anything less than what my divine purpose and destiny is.
I love that. And do you have any further encouragement that you would like to give? Maybe a free gift you'd like to let people know about, or where to find you?
Absolutely. Well, I do want to leave women with my 1 million single women empowerment pledge, and it goes like this: I am a single woman. I am not depressed. I am not desperate. And I'm not just settling for any man who comes my way, no matter how many more women there are to men.
Mm,
I accept love in my life the right way, my way, from a man who deserves me. So, what I would say is, ladies, I encourage you to incorporate that mantra into your life. My
mm,
goal is to reach 1 million women, single women across this
mhm.
world. And I hope to really be the catalyst to change that negative stereotype.
Right.
And then that mantra for me, I believe that spiritually, if we all connect to that mantra from our words to our heart,
Hmm.
then
Hmm.
I believe we are giving the next girls after us the opportunity. It creates a spirit flow
Right.
that changes that negative stigma and
Yes.
empowers the young girls before us, after us,
Mm,
to
hmm.
know that it's okay to be single.
Right.
Single is only a season in your life.
Mm,
It's just one season, and to
yes.
embrace it and feel empowered from it. And
Yes.
don't make choices out of desperation or being
Absolutely.
depressed. And know
Yes.
that you do want someone in your life, but they have to love you the right way, a way that is
Right.
deserving of you.
Right. So, so powerful. And how can people find you? If you could just let them know.
Absolutely. My website is justdategirl.com.
Mhm.
And oh my gosh, on my website, I give away these free tools, dating
Yes.
tips. Please go to I don't want to brag, but
Brag away.
I don't want to brag. I would love to coach you because I do have my Coach to Love class.
Lovely.
But if you at least start with my dating tips,
Hmm.
I email bi-weekly dating tips with challenges attached to the tip, so
Hmm.
that you can know that you can work towards something every other week as
Brilliant.
a single woman. And yeah, so if you go to my website, justdategirl.com, and there's a thing
Hmm.
that says sign up for the free dating tips, I
Great.
think you guys should do that. Yeah.
Brilliant. I'm going to put all of that in the show notes. And Stacey, I just want to thank you. You have been amazing. So many gems,
Thank
so
you.
many nuggets. Thank you, thank you, thank
Thank
you. I
you.
really appreciate
Thank you very
you.
much.
Take care, my love. Bye. How amazing was that interview? Now, if you were just as blown away as I was by all the pearls and gems, of wisdom that Stacey just dropped, then definitely feel free to like and share this interview with those in your circle that you know would also be blessed and benefit from hearing it as well. I'd also love to know like what your biggest takeaways were. Like, what were the points that really kind of stuck out to you? Like, feel free also to comment those below. Let's continue the dialogue and the conversation and keep it going even like beyond now. And also, if you would like to see more videos like this where I interview other female industry experts, or even just share some pearls of wisdom myself on how you can know your worth, your power, and your purpose as a woman of God, then definitely consider subscribing, and do not forget also to press the bell, because then you're going to get notified as soon as I upload another video, which is typically twice a week. Okay, so until next time, my beauty and my lovely, my sweetie honey sugar and pumpkin pie. Okay. You take care and you be blessed, and we'll speak again soon. Bye.